wonderful people, this is your man Boss MC right here. Today happens to be a very important and very beautiful day in our lives. I'm very happy because I'm here with one of the most beautiful, decorated and most sweetest people I've ever met in the event industry. He happens to be the CEO, Steve FLORAL. He also happens to be the best event vendor Ashanti Region 2020. He's an amazing guy. Today we are here to delve into his life, find out how he started with events, how far he has come, the obstacles as well as the success. My brother, my sister, if you're here, help me welcome Steve FLORAL. It goes wow, bro, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Alright. You're looking amazing.
Thank you so much.
Wow. So let's get straight into the business of the day. Who is Steve FLORAL? I mean you as a person. Who are you?
Okay, I'm CEO of Steve FLORAL.
Okay.
I'm a young entrepreneur guy who started the event, as in like who came to the event industry. It's quite a long time though, but I mean I was just underground, so I think I started with a couple of people, working with a couple of people, some companies before I decided to be on my own, and then I started my brand, Steve FLORAL. Yeah.
So do you mind taking us into basic education, where you started from school, how you built up high school, and then where you mainly decided to go into events?
Okay, I must say I started my primary education from Calvary Methodist School Complex. That's where I started my primary, my GHS. So during my GHS time, I was like, I like this kind of parties, like if maybe our school is having a social gathering, something of. So I decided to, Charlie, let's organize something, and then I'll be their leader to organize the whole thing, like how we. At first, we used to do the ribbons and the balloon work, so like I was into that because I see that I have that passion
in you.
So anytime my teachers say, "Oh, call Steve to come and help me with this and that and all that," if you have to do maybe some hampers for the teachers, maybe on vacation and stuff, so I'm always the person they have to call on. So one day, one of our teacher was having a wedding, like engagement, traditional marriage.
Wow.
So he asked us, "Steve, can you do my engagement for me?" So yeah, madam, of course.
From
DHS, yes. Long time. So I said, "Oh yes, madam, I can do that." And he said, "Okay, wow, I trust you. So what would you need?" I said, "Okay, madam, I will need this, that, and that." At first, it wasn't anything huge. Yeah. As a woman, you can just do this. So like a traditional marriage, since baby kids were.
Sure.
So she gave me some money, and I deposited it on your money, and then I did it, and then they were like, wow. They loved it, and then through that, so my teacher back, so that was my friend teacher. I have to mention her name, Madam Irene.
No problem.
Yeah, Madam Irene have been a wonderful teacher to me since then. Like she introduced me to one of her friend who was also into like the decor and that kind of. That's Madam Angie.
Okay.
So on the wedding, and now also my also. Oh, and maybe you want more, so I had the papa, and then go school, you know. But say, I count when I'm at the mommy. I was in GHS2, then time, and now mommy could share, and a year, the corner, and that woman also loved how the passion I'm worth for me the be age man. And also enemy Nancy Kakra, meeting school from there no make SHS was just mine. It is true schooling in us, not me yet, that part time, not me new more kakaka. And then I completed my SHS to be free on me bare fear. Because that me person me twice, but not me person as I say young skills kakra, we did amount for chikakra, any amount for ye kakra. So after that I met one woman, no so about Ghana, no so or person ye events. Okay. It's also event planning, event coordinating, and the me share no so many nancy kakra, and I also share many one or two things be into floral near the day, and I'm just you'll be like when I sleep I dream about floral concept be to be what me to me gather some money, no me matutonium, then I do some practicals at home. So I do a basic, and then that's how I started. So
you often call yourself a florist,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So is there a difference between being a florist and being a decorator?
Of course.
Okay. Can you walk us through that?
Okay. Because we be a florist, and yet we be a deco be a florist.
Okay.
You will be a deco, and you will be a florist. Florists being say will be like. Ultimately flower agent brain like like flowers and now ultimately the flowers of your concept be brain.
Okay.
Me use flowers and they decor throughout.
Okay.
So what yes any
flowers
throughout. Okay. And I meet me a different kind of floral arrangement.
Okay.
You will be also that's me. And you also it's just the decor, maybe the fabric concept and their day, but I'm into flora. So what you say, and also, but me I'm into flora. That's why I call myself a florist.
I see. That's nice. So, afterwards, you've been able to take us through how you were able to, start from your madams, your teachers, and then somebody introduced you. Can you tell us the first time you got a gig that you realized, okay, this is my first gig, and how was the energy? Okay,
and like I said, my first gig was a friend of mine. Although but that wasn't my main gig. But my first gig was my area where I was staying at first. So a friend of mine and I'm in the free kakra and no be worry. Not worry. The wife no, the mother omo kakra like I'm on phone no. And then through that no cause me wedding there. One of my wife met there today. Young who me in law no. Na and then kasa. No matter
this was when I now be there.
No,
having done anybody.
No. Until I got there, and it's like we talk. The kasa, I remember me. I'm see kasa na me confidence. Na my training, and so okay. Then why? So she gave me the contract, and I was like, hey, I'm going to do a deco for. That was 200 guests. That was my first gig. 200 guests. Those days, how am I going to get these things that this woman is requesting? Because na me set up crowd.
Yeah.
Na my like me who, but me I mean a contractor say me full setup that. So I have to go and rent. Even the money I charged wasn't that enough, but I was
coming to that because how did you get that confidence to be able to charge your first gig? Because normally, when somebody invites you like that, you get there and something talks to you. Hey, what if you say it and the person doesn't give you the gig and all that? So you are always tempted to come down or even don't charge at all. So I was coming to the price, and how much do you charge?
Okay,
do you mind telling me?
I must say, me papa, but for the first time, I'm ready, because not in law, Steve, no matter what, remember when I memoir today,
so the confidence was
there.
Okay.
So when I got there, my chill, my casa, you know, and also prepare myself. Not as a young guy, and I mean, memoir. Okay. Into my cars and so on, I'm missing your hope be so. Any day I may. No, miss me. I think I quoted. That was it 2000 or 2005 or something like that.
Was it okay for the event at that time?
No, it wasn't okay because that time now I'm on for charging higher prices.
Okay.
But me no can't say can I thought say on farm me because
now you said doors.
A doors. And me shey man so I me dey here juma na is I mean expensive. I'm going to rent them. I don't have anything. Now I'm going to buy some and then rent some. And initially so me started juma no I put it in my mind say I have no one who is helping me. So whatever I have, I have to save some. Now kakran so they are top media. Now so my day master to me because me to me juma and my force I have to be on my own. So now me maybe na me kwa na ladies we know want yeah na kakra. O so na juma na scanning yeah but at least kakra bi abenye bia na so I dey do bi aso na. Sisa kakra nti e ba sana se menya flowers kakra bi wo ti e ma me ko rent ni aso be na me be count na me ma me and then
the cabbage tree.
I think say cabbage tree because guy na ko rent ni one have to sort him out some balance bit.
Okay.
So
how did you manage to pay that balance?
I have to find money from my own.
So it means your first gig, you didn't even make a dime out of it.
I wasn't expecting anything from it. Of course, because I wanted to do the job. Because not
you were just interested in getting the job.
Because the main reason why was say na me here manager said like I said me here juma kesi bia sada. Okay. And also na first gig ga nipa de makoko. So why not say no matter what the way bia no if so as or accept a main jina main who knows what is coming from what I'm doing. Instead na ma me e bi say oni ma main
the cannibal chinukwane you were happy. You were still happy say I know what me here am amount.
Man can't show you as my boka. No one know me obi is my boka. And at that time kan na me new workers. I was working with one lady Peggy. And then so after say you man ba me mother sometimes na me mother enene boa me obi o okujaye ni akoye adwuma na we know say e ba any man washing and then my mother helps me to wash them and everything.
Okay, so Steve, I'll come back to you. My people, this is Events Arena and we are having fun here, we are enjoying ourselves. Steve of Steve Floral is walking us through how he started, how far he's come, the obstacles and the things. It's a very beautiful story. We are here not to just bombard you with words, but who said, no matter how little or no matter how small, if you have the passion and you have the ability and the tenacity, the will to do it, now he is breaking boundaries, he is winning awards, he is making the money, he has it. As far as events is concerned, he has it. So my brother, my sister, don't just sit home and expect that it will just happen. No. Like he rightly said, the first job he made losses, but he was still happy. Okay, so Steve, let's come back to you. Now, Oboka, but you are happy. How did you move forward? How did you land your second job and how was the flow?
Okay. I think since after then, now say so people call me here and then I call more Jumani and then I had this another job too. That job was a whole lot. It was a Christmas, so I did a Christmas decor for a lady restaurant, and then from there I got a wedding reception to do for someone. This story was
Okay, not FLORAL.
Because so through that woman, no, I'm who's her man, any share, any discuss here, Juman. Those that time I charged the man 1,700 for a setup. And now, man, this kind of man, so this kind of man, you know, I have to go and pay for rentals near that, and then be also to talk to, and I mean, so you'll be if I get contract, I have to prepare ahead. It's an idea, but permanent. No matter me saka gig now. Whatever I don't have, I have to prepare for the client because me situation whereby me know what can we and I'm a different things. So if say I don't have, I have to charge you and then buy them and then use it for your event. So what this kind of man, you know, and I mean cost so rentals and then maybe also me yeah. So a week after, and a man friend me say, when you need event, so over Jimmy can say, hell no, because that time we basically be name contracts a EBI, yes, it will be bad, never come ram, we was having a message when I sent to know. Because the one I mean, I didn't think of anything cry.
But this was when you have paid other vendors,
rentals near there. So I said, okay, let me call you back. So I stopped what I'm doing and I call the behind them and so, boss, in patrol, can I be the bill anyway, you know. I have to come for my money because the guy said, oh, yeah, bill. We see council on sound kind of back. And I said, hey, then the man is coming down. This guy came back and he was almost, I'm say, 400 or 500 or so. Hey, and this guy before he had the common money. I feel money from me, I'm brah. My old man, because Minis can have a day, but I feel no money from no, how many or threaten, I feel no woman, so I see I mean for guys can come on, was one young be man. I mean, hey, you're meaning creamy. Now, fear at 7 shillings to me so in church means we know be the kind of person to be church and mass and true. Me, I just keep my to myself.
Everything, yeah.
Massive, I'm the same. Until me, you can make a share no. You have to mind after the she said, me, woman say. The big trying to say, man, says, my fancy camera now. The very main pay. I have to talk to my mom, and then my mom paid, get me some money, and then later on, Christian man, I say, oh, check. After man, person will say, "Me want this kind of how." I have to go to, and after no check, me say, me come me first can in Koja. Any idea?
Why?
I don't know. So I have to go there and then leave the money there and then go. Me call, you know, and then they waste my time. Say I don't have a whole lot. I mean, any after the nafi, mom say, you may meet me. That's what I said to myself. Hey, you may meet me. Ah well, main course way. So I said, "Wow, main course way." So, sanka, you my bar, no, meet me idea. Near the idea, meet me idea, near the other side. The one. Nyame so adaroma or de me abedu person.
Okay, so best event vendor Ashanti region 2020. The day you were called at the event grounds at your board, you say nipa na okoji obi adwuma papa ne so woni bi ma say o ginisika and you couldn't get it. Watobaha, you told yourselves, hey, fast forward 2020. Now, what event ground? They are both Steve FLORAL, best event vendor Ashanti region 2020. Not for the
same. To me, honestly, I just went there as as a guest because I didn't intend to make a award. I didn't know to myself, say
you weren't expecting
anything because I was like, hey, maybe my guys with him.
Okay.
They was like, this boss, I deal with the gel with you because they have the confidence.
They had the confidence. But you didn't
but
have
to me, I was like, hey. I was like,
well,
okay.
so who were in the category? No.
Okay, in that category, it was Phobia, Flora, and Deco. Josie Deco.
Okay.
Berryman Makeup Artistry.
Nice one.
Steve Flora, myself, and then Kweku Nicholas Photography.
Nice one.
So we like 5.
Okay.
And I mean, they were all strong. So I was like, hey, but I kind of say, Nyame Kase was sure no matter what. And I was like Miss Sundaye, man can't be a crowd. Miss Sundaye, not like I said, Yakobe, Pina say, Yina, yeah, Bojesu. I say, all of a sudden, I say, Niaji, Jubiletia, and what am I saying? And before them crowds and that, you do nomination, okay? I was like, hey. Yeah, I was like, okay, if you're not sure, I prayed and I say, okay, so that's what I say, me to one man. I mean, I said, you buy your category, honestly, auditorium one man. Everyone was like Steve Flora, because now that was the second time I call a conference,
okay.
And now we back group, so I'm an IVAC member as well. It's like as a man from some who make a people,
sure.
My Accra people. It's a category, and everyone was like Steve Flora. Hey, that's me, because the crowd, I mean, everybody is talking about Steve Flora. Everyone is shouting on me. Everyone is shouting. Those who know me personally, they were looking at me. Steve, I deal with you. Steve, I deal with you. And then they said the winner goes to Steve Flora. I was like, oh God, I thank you for this. I was like, oh God, I thank you for this. I was like, I was even like,
you were shaking.
I was shaking.
I know how it feels.
I was like, oh wow.
I know how it feels. That's how it feels. If the favor shines on you, sometimes you get so amazed and you don't even expect it.
And one thing I would say is, Adibia will you be no matter what the better told me there will be share. And it will be not so apart from this, it will be brave, but I still keep on pushing. I mean, I still keep on trying to work hard.
So my name is Boss MC and the show is Events Arena, and I'm here with Steve Floral. Steve, your final question before we call it a wrap. COVID-19 is here with us and we all know the effects, but let's streamline it down to events. How is it affecting you negatively as far as events is concerned?
Okay, the mechanics say affected because last year I a lockdown, and after lockdown the checkers and the EBA too.
Sure.
And imagine if you have workers you are working with, you have to close your shop because no one is coming. So how are you going to get money to pay your bills and then your workers as well? It's affected, but in some points now I have to find some money for my own, I mean, self to give it to them because you are working with them. In terms of this situation, you know, it's hard for them because they don't do anything.
They are not doing anything
apart from this, and you know, and they are looking up to you. So you have to find some money and then give it to them. And and then we came back and then we start working. This time, it's really hard, but we are trying to see things in the we have to, I mean, know that.
Okay, so what do you think in our capacity as event vendors? No, give it to me, and so within a short while, things will get better. Now, yet me getting back to business.
Maybe what I would say is, COVID-19, you know, protocols, you know, Juma. Senka government beat me a beer, with me beer, the mechanic vendors no. If you are having an event, you have to speak to your client, say, this is the protocols I have to give you. If you're only going to accept it or going to, go by it, I can do your event. Say, make sure, say, washing of hands, at entrance of each event centers, sanitizers, tissue, papers, thermometer gun, and all that. You know, make sure. Max and so what's yes because me when say Max na yes you pay posting because social media is also trendy. So what you saying minister be na MPB to say our so we event obi an she be I mean it comes back against to us. What
so I you say we shouldn't post to say the event we enjoy
no me I like posting so what you say but me when say see fine we can still wear it and I mean do the party.
Okay, so authorities will know that these people are even serious. They are now wearing the mask, even though they are partying. And
because me when they say time I'm motioning from the hotel to the church, and then when they get to the reception, no more easy. I mean, you see them wearing the mask, even the bridal train, and you see. Oh, but you're shy, and it's about what? And I'm really saying, can you vendors like me as myself? Send me here the create an event vendor.
Okay.
Me event now also me provide it.
Sure.
Me my clients no always say me they count bill.
Okay.
I have to provide nose mask for everyone. People no we have to give to the person. Okay. No I share. And the boy ma yet me at so kaka. Na set up no my spaces and brem kaka. Yan can share clients no. Untie bin ka on na yin ma enough space. And the boy ma spread in the swat.
Alright. So lovely people, I had a very wonderful time with Steve FLORAL right here on the show, Event Arena. We enjoyed ourselves, like he rightly said. Let's follow the protocols. Let's try as much as possible to wear our mask, wash our hands, observe social distancing, and all that. And very soon, everything will be well. Try as much as possible. Say, over support it will be okay. If you have some talent in you, if you have anything in you, now if you listen and then you are, don't just sit down and say yes, nurse, doctor. Try as much as possible so you follow your heart, follow your talent, and I am now maximization very huge. To my own expectation, my research tells me that who follow your passion, I am now benefits a very huge, more than you doing what others are telling you to do. So one more time, this is the show at Event Arena. I am Boss MC. The man behind the camera is DK Shorted, Mr. DK Studios all over in Kumasi, Ghana, and the world at large. You can find them inside Kumasi around Amakum traffic. Yeah, Amakum traffic, Kumasi, Amakum traffic. When you get there, just opposite the old men's gold building, yellow gold building be just opposite it, over DK Shorted. Anything, events, pictures, photography, videography. One thing I like about DK is that there's no delay, no libi, no laba. I'll see you next time. My name is Boss MC. Nice sign out.